Yo guys, what is up? We are here for day 3 of the 12 days of Bizmas, and I am so fucking excited to be sharing with you one of my biz besties, Stephanie Bellinger. She's here. What's up, girl?
Hey,
How you
how's
doing?
it going? Hey, everyone.
How you feeling about this?
I'm feeling really excited. I'm super excited to be part of this.
I'm so excited. Stephanie and I, if you guys don't know, we met on the internet. How do we even say, like, our journey, like, we were randomly following each other, and just one day, like, one of us reached out and was like, hey, let's, like, connect and let's see where this relationship goes. And
Yeah, I think so. And then ever since then, it's been like the rest is history. We're just biz besties. That was a while ago.
Stephanie and I have hung out in person a couple of times, and, like, every time we do, I fucking pee my pants. Like, we just laugh so much, and her light, her energy, her vibrance is just, it's so clear, right? Like, you can even feel it here in this video. So I'm super honored to be sharing her with all of you guys today. If you don't know Stephanie, I'm just going to introduce you. Stephanie is just, she's a mindset coach. She's a success coach. She's a fucking rock star. She's the founder of Spiritual Boss Babe, and she runs a Facebook group and a podcast, all centered around her personal brand. She helps women shift into their greatest selves, which I think is one of the most beautiful things that she gets to do every day. And her content is rich and beautiful and just so centered in her spirituality. So I'm really excited to have her jump on with you guys today. And Stephanie is going to be talking about energy shifts for activating abundance. So she's going to jump on and give you guys a kick-ass training around all of this. And then at the end, we'll jump on and have some questions. So Stephanie, you want to take it away?
I will. Thank you so much for the awesome intro.
Let's do it, girl.
So I'm super excited to share this with you guys and connect with some of you may be in my group, some of you may be new to me. So I'm really excited to talk about this and help you really align with the energy of abundance and the energy of anything that you really want to call into your life. So most people, when they want to attract more money, attract love, whatever it is, they get really caught up in the how to do things, the how to bring it into their reality, the when it's going to happen, when really what matters most is how you feel inside. And the way that you feel inside is going to help you easily attract what you want a lot faster if you're able to shift that. So that's why I want to talk about energy shifts to activate abundance, because it's so much more than thinking positive or saying affirmations or reading all the books or doing all of those things. And the reason why I'm passionate about sharing this is because I've done this work for a very long time, and for a long time I was doing all of those things. I was, reading all the books, saying the affirmations, and don't get me wrong, that stuff works, but there was a missing link. For me, I was seeing, and maybe you guys can relate, I was seeing some things show up, and then it was like this roller coaster ride. It was either this roller coaster ride, or I would manifest things really quickly, and then the opposite would happen, because I wasn't able to I didn't fully understand this, and I wasn't fully able to hold that energy and ground in that energy until I really started to have a greater understanding of how this all works. And it's not hard. It's actually really easy. We humans love to make things harder than they need to be. So that's that. So don't get hard on yourself if, you've been wanting to call in more financial abundance and more success in your business, and maybe you're not seeing it in the way that you want. Don't get hard on yourself and make it about you, because it's not about you or any of those stories. It's just about aligning with it. And before I go deeper into this, I want to kind of touch on what I just said there, because that's a really, really big deal. The whole, it's not about you. I didn't plan on going this way, but I want to bring this up because I feel like a lot of times people make things about them. And I'll give you an example. Say you're growing your business, you feel like you're putting yourself out there, you're doing all of the things, right? And nothing's working, or maybe it's like kind of working, but it's not working in the way that you really want it to, because you're, craving this success and this, massive impact or whatever. And it's not working the way you want it to. And so then you might hear these stories come up, right? These stories, oh, well, it must mean I suck. Oh, it must mean I'm not good enough. oh, well, this isn't working for me. Why am I even doing this? And then you go into those stories and you make it mean something about you because you're not able to see what you really want, right? Or, you know what I'm saying? So that is something I want to really point out, because the thing is this: you are not your thoughts, you're not your beliefs, you're not those stories. You're just the being who's doing the thinking and feeling the feelings, right? You're the spiritual being who's thinking the thoughts and feeling the feelings and having those beliefs, which is just the old program. But you are not the stories that you create around that. So if something's going on in your reality, also you are not your circumstances. That's a whole nother thing. If something's going on in your reality, don't make it mean something about you, because all that's going to do is make you feel like shit. And then it's going to keep you in this like lower vibration. And then you're actually going to push away what you say you want. Right. I've done this in the past, like, and it just really screws shit up. So just keep that in mind. You're not your thoughts, you're not the beliefs. Be mindful of those stories, because they can really, really bring you down and fuck up your energy. And all of this isn't just mindset, right? This isn't just thinking positive. This isn't just reprogramming your beliefs and all this stuff. This is a combination of your energy, your beliefs, and the physical action that you take. So some ways that you can shift your energy, right? Shift your energy to align with what you want. There's a lot of things that I want to share in here. I don't know how long this is going to be, but there's so many ways to do this. But I like to teach about the holistic approach, right? So something that really, really shifted things for me really fast was when I started intentionally going about my day, intentionally deciding what makes me feel good, what do I need to give myself, how am I not being in alignment in other areas of my life, and how can I get into alignment. And what I mean by that is what's going on in my physical reality, my personal reality that I can control, that maybe isn't in alignment with what I say I want. For example, if my freaking room is a mess and I'm not like, getting dressed or whatever, I'm not sitting down when I eat, these little things. It's like like shifting little things like that helped me shift my energy, because my having a nice clean space allows for more to flow in. Taking my time to savor my meals and to just feel good and to be in the present moment allowed me to slow down a bit. And you might, this may not seem like it has anything to do with like what you're trying to call in, but it actually has everything to do with it, because you're going about your day intentionally. You get to set your intentions. This is what I would do: set your intentions each and every morning for how you want to feel. How do you want to feel today? How do you want to feel today? And what do you need to do for yourself or give yourself to allow yourself to feel those feelings, right? Like, what makes you feel abundant? How do you know if you're abundant? It's a feeling, it's a frequency. It's not you don't wait till you have what you want before you can feel the feelings. Most people work backwards. They work from when I have it, when I have the thing, then I can do the things, then I can feel the things, then I can be, right? Most people work from have, do, be. That's totally backwards. And that's actually you're not going to see the results that you want if you work from there. So you need to work from be, do, have. You've got to be it first, do it, the actions, and then you'll have it in your reality, right? I'm going a little bit of a different direction right here, but this is really vital. And this was the ultimate game changer for me, is being the version of myself who already has it and not basing my emotional state on anything external, right? Other than how do I want to feel right now? What makes me feel abundant? What makes me feel excited? What makes me feel confident? So how can I be that version of myself who already has that manifestation, who already is there? How can I be that version of myself in the now? What needs to shift? What would her habits be? What would her beliefs be? How does she walk, talk, dress? And start to bring that version of yourself into the now. And the more that you do that, the more that you be it, the faster you'll see what you want show up into your reality. So it's like this, like I said in the beginning, holistic approach of the mind, the mindset, the beliefs, the energy, the feeling it, right? And the embodying of it, the physical, embodying it, right? So mind, body, spirit, you're embodying it, you're feeling it, you're changing those stories, right? And a lot of things that have really helped me out. There's been so many things that have helped me on my journey. Everything from, oh man, like everything from like meditation to working with plant medicine to like EFT tapping, hypnotherapy, whatever, like all these like modalities and tools and techniques have really helped me ground into this energy and align with my heart and what I truly wanted. And there's so many things, and these things can help you too. And you can also consciously decide, start to consciously be aware of what is going on in your mindset and how you are feeling, right? When you think about what you want, what you really want to call into your life, what stories start to come up? What stories start to come up? Usually we'll hear those stories of the reason why it's so hard or the reason why we can't. Of course, there's the good stories too. And maybe the larger part of you, has these big dreams. You want to grow your 6-figure business. You want to be sharing your message. You have this life of abundance and freedom ahead of you if you don't right now. And yet there's those lower stories of the fear, right? Lizard brain, the fear. Oh, is it really going to happen? Oh, what if I fail? Oh, who are you to do this? Oh, broken record. And so the more you can become aware of those stories when they come up, the faster that you can shift them, And those stories are going to create a feeling in you, right? If they're shitty stories, you're going to feel shitty. So be mindful of what is coming up for you so that you can shift it, because awareness is power. When you're aware and you're consciously aware and you're not getting mixed up, then that's so much power that you have right there, because you can start to shift the story and continue to embody that version of yourself that's already there in the now, and not base how you feel on whether or not or you have it or when you get there or whatever. And so you might be thinking, well, how can I shift my energy? How do I change those stories? What if they keep coming in and I don't know what the fuck to do? All right, so I'm going to tell you. This is really easy. And people make it a lot harder than it needs to be, okay? So literally, and you might laugh at some stuff I'm going to say because not many people talk about this, but you can literally shift your energy in like a second, literally like 30 seconds. There's a few ways you can do it. Aside from like tools like EFT tapping and hypnosis, you can choose to do it on your own. You can literally go within, close your eyes, see, hear, and feel a moment in whether it's a past memory or a future vision, what you felt, and start to like really make that vision so clear with all of your senses, see, hear, feel, taste, whatever it is, because the language of your subconscious mind is imagination, and it does not know the difference between what's real and what's imagined. So you have the power right there to go within your mind and shift your energy by going to a moment, maybe a moment in your life when you felt so fucking abundant, or a moment when you felt so freaking confident, or you were so excited, you're on vacation, something, whatever. And, it just makes it brings you right back into those feelings, right? In the present, because you're visualizing it when, with your brainwaves slowed down, right? Put on some meditation music, whatever, and slow it down. You can literally get there in a matter of seconds. The thing is, most people don't choose to do that because I don't know, people choose to suffer, right? Myself, I've done this, I'm human too. and like you get caught up in the story, and it's like, you know, blah, blah, blah. You actually have a choice. And that's just one way. Another way, my favorite way, and I share this a lot, that I feel like no one really talks about this, is dancing. Literally, guys. I posted on my Instagram a few weeks ago, and people are still like tagging me now about the money dance, and like how dancing and moving your body, but like grounds you into this energy of excitement, of being present in your body, of feeling fucking awesome, and just not caring about anything. You know, when you dance like no one's watching, you're freaking in the moment, and you feel amazing. And you might be like, well, what does this have to do with calling in abundance? It has everything to do with freaking attracting what you want, because it's shifting your energy. And what's even more powerful is if you say affirmations out loud, so that you're using more of your senses. You hear it with your ears, you feel it in your vocal cords, and you're dancing to this song or whatever that's making you feel really fucking awesome while you're saying affirmations. I know it sounds crazy and it might sound silly, and you might feel silly, and I feel silly sometimes when I do it, and then I just laugh at myself, and then I'm even in a better mood. So, but like, that is one of the fastest ways and most powerful ways to shift your energy. And the more you can stay in that kind of vibrational state of feeling fucking awesome, like a badass, and like super abundant, and just like not giving a shit about anything else, the more you can stay in that kind of energy, the easier it's going to be for you to attract what you want. And then you come into this present moment vortex, what I call it, in this present moment vortex. And you're just so present in how you feeling awesome. You know, nothing's gonna screw up my vibe. And yeah, like, you know, we all have our little dips, that's fine. But if you could feel good most of the time, if you could get into that present moment vortex where you are not focused on the future, not thinking about the past, and you're just here right now, then magic starts to happen. And then you start to see things flow in every which way. And maybe you won't see that $1 million overnight, but you're going to start seeing the path. This is instant manifestation in the present moment vortex, because you see the path. When you plant the seed and you see it in your mind and you shift your energy to align with it, that is instant manifestation, because it's already there. The seed is there. The seed's there. All you need to do is nurture the seed with your energy. You need to hold the vibration and nurture that seed, because the ideas will come, the opportunities will come, the people that are meant to help you will come, the clients will come, the money will come. The path is there. But if you constrict it by holding on to the story, by going back into the whole, you know, who am I to do this, blah, blah, blah. If you constrict it by, I need this to happen, I need this, you know, you constrict the energy. You don't allow it to flow. If you want it to flow, you got to let go. If you want to let go, you must be present. And the fastest way is to get in your body, to be present in your body. That's why I said in the beginning, you know, in the beginning, I said how you want to embody it, right? What are your, not just create the new stories, but what are your habits? What does your place look like? What are you dressing like? For me, recently, my next level self, it's so funny because I just shared this with my mastermind girls and they were cracking up, but my next level self, I decided, you know, to change my look a little bit. Recently, I chopped like 10 inches of my hair off, but that was just the start. My next level self, I was like, you know, she wears dark pink lipstick. And it was just like something so little like that, among other things. But I was like, you know, how does my next level self, the version of me who's like, you know, at this higher level that I'm working at, like, how does she dress? How does she show up? How does she walk? How does she talk? How does she present herself? How does she feel about herself? And the more you can embody that, the more you can tap into that, the faster you're going to see what you want show up into your reality. It really is this holistic approach of all of these things: the mind, the energy, and the physical action. So I just want to share one more thing with you before I connect with Lauren again. So when it comes to visualization, you guys probably heard, to track what you want, you got to visualize it. You got to, do all these little things. And the thing is, most people do these things like I don't want to say the wrong way, but there is a better way. So the best way, the fastest way for you to make a quantum leap and to activate abundance and to manifest what you want is to visualize in this way. You want to close your eyes and literally use as many senses as you can. Like I said before, like when you're thinking about what you're wanting to call into your life right now, or 6 months, whatever it is, it doesn't really need to be a time frame because that's a whole nother topic. But when you're thinking about what you want to call into your life, close your eyes. You don't need to do this right now, but you can do this on your own. And if you do this for 5 minutes each day, guarantee you shit is going to change real fast. So you can close your eyes and literally see yourself already having what you want. See it, feel it in great detail, smell it. If you're driving your new car, smell that new car. How are you walking? Like, see it. Use all of your senses that you possibly can. The best way to do this, though, isn't just to, you want to slow down your brain waves first. So if you're listening to meditation music or, really relaxing music that helps you get into a trance state, then you do this visualization. You tap into those feelings, not just seeing all of it, but really feeling it. Like, how will you feel? How does abundance feel to you? How does it feel to you to have your multiple 6-figure business? How does it feel to you to be helping so many fucking people and how does it feel to you for you to know that you're changing people's lives? How does it feel to you to have all of this freedom? How does it feel to you to be driving that new car? Like, when you're visualizing this, using all of your senses, 5 minutes a day, for 3 times a day, if you can do it 3 times a day, literally guys, that's 15 minutes. If you can do it 3 times a day, guarantee you, you're going to feel massive shifts within the first few days alone in your energy. And if you can continue with that, watch the magic happen, because it's going to happen really fast. Because like I said, the imagination is the language of the subconscious mind, and we are so powerful. Like, as these spiritual beings living in this physical body, we can harness this energy in such a powerful way, not just through your mind, but how I shared, like through your body, through your intentions, and through like just really holding the vibration of what you want, regardless of, what stories pop in, and staying in the present moment vortex, because that is where the magic happens. So I can go on about this all day, but I'm going to leave it here.
I fucking love it. I love it so much. The whole time I was taking notes. Look at my notebook. It's like
really?
Yes. It's so important. I think like you covered so many really powerful topics, because I think a lot of people in the online space say, how? And they're always asking that question, right? And the stuff that you discussed was this idea of like being who you want to be, and stepping into that, and then the how starts to appear, right? Things start to show up. I'm wondering for you, Stephanie, like when you started your journey and you were shifting into that space of abundance, were there moments for you where those stories were so loud? The stories,
yeah.
You're like, yes. So like, what did you do? I know we talk about like dancing is now a beautiful part of your life, and feeling into the vibration of what you want, and EFT tapping and hypnotherapy. What for you, when the story is so loud, what is like the first thing you do that you're like, I got to get out of this?
This was a practice, because a lot of times I would get mixed up into it. And even like when stories come up now, it's more like I'm consciously aware. And I think what really shifted for me was understanding that I'm not the stories. Like, just understanding that I am not those stories. Some of them are the old broken record from like beliefs or things that happened to me or whatever. And also some of it's collective, like a collective consciousness thing. So like, I think understanding that I'm not the stories really helped.
Yeah.
You know, it really helped me say, like, when they're coming up, just say, not like push it down, because I do believe, you know, we need to feel to heal, but at the same time, what does that really mean? Like, some people can get stuck in that, like, you know what I mean? So like, I think I always say acknowledge, feel, shift.
Acknowledge, feel, shift. So you hear the story, you acknowledge it, you say, okay, great, I feel this, I recognize it, and then you shift out of it with intention. Is that right?
Yeah, and sometimes you might need to release, you know, depending on what it is. Sometimes release can be crying, it can be dancing, it can be roaring.
Yeah. So when you're with the stories around money, I mean, is there an emotion that you see as like really prevalent in the fear? Like, is it when people have that big story come up, is it anger? Is it like, what would somebody feel to recognize, oh, wait, this is the story? Is it anxiety around money? Is it stress? Is it overwhelm?
Well, it's different for everyone, I feel, but it's a combination of like, I feel like it's a combination around guilt and shame.
Yeah.
And it comes from the lower chakras.
So you might feel it in like your lower
Yeah, you're gonna feel it in your gut down
tension
there.
and like
yeah.
Okay.
So I was just talking about this actually last night on a call. So like those feelings, they come up, right? Like say, you know, people watching this, you know, maybe they're trying to get new clients and they're on a discovery call or something, right? And they're saying their rate, and you know, they feel this anxiety come up. Oh my God, like, you know, to tell their rate or to receive their rate, you know, to receive it. You know, they might feel this anxiety, like, who am I to charge this? Who, you know, like the stories. Your job is not to push those feelings down, the feelings of guilt, shame, anxiety, whatever it is, but to hold the vibration of receiving by breathing through it. Breathing through it and holding the vibration of receiving it. Does that make sense?
It does make sense, yeah, because I think that in a lot of our actions, like it could be the sales call, it could be, you know, going live on Facebook, it could be writing a certain post on Instagram, but like the action that we have in our business can sometimes create the stories or like it holds space for the opportunity of the stories to come up. And I think like what you said, breathing through it, acknowledging, what did you say before? Acknowledge it.
Acknowledge, feel, shift.
Yes, acknowledge, feel, shift rather than like pushing it down. I think that's a really powerful point. Can you talk about lizard brain? Because you mentioned that, and I would love to know.
It's so funny that you caught that.
Yeah, like explain that to our audience.
Yeah, so I was just doing a lesson on this the other day too.
I love how it keeps like synchronicity, right?
Well, so there's basically like the most ancient part of our brain, the reptilian brain. I call also lizard brain, and it's just that part of us that it lives in fear, worry, survival. I gotta survive, fear, stories, and it's like there's a purpose for fear, you know, survival. We need to be safe, you know. Back forever ago, we were like fending for our lives, you know, hunting and gathering, all that shit. So it's like, but fear today really is not like, it's mostly 99.9% an illusion. So lizard brain is going to keep you stuck in fear. I gotta survive. I can't invest in myself because fuck, what if I, you know, don't make this? What if this doesn't work? What if I die? What if I go starving? What if I can't feed my kids? Fear, worry, I'm not good enough, blah, 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 da, da, da. And like, so knowing that is power, because it's just literally this mechanism that's trying to keep you safe.
Yeah.
And so people might be like, well, how do I know if I'm really safe? Like, how do I really get over that if that fear feels so real? And I'm not saying people talk in that voice. That's just, but it's just understanding that that is a part of that's like a part of your brain. It's like, it's just, it's like there.
Yeah.
It's not going anywhere. You know, fear is not going anywhere. Your job isn't to be fearless. It's to move through fear. It's to stay in the driver's seat and just keep fear in the passenger seat and be like, okay, I hear you, but like, we're going to be fine. You
Yeah.
know, we're not in real danger here. We're not going to be like, you know, fending for ourselves. But if people continue giving power to lizard brain, then it's just literally they're going to stay in the same place. You're going to stay in the same place if you give power to lizard brain. So this is why it's so important to get out of your comfort zone and to face your fears, because if you don't, you're just going to stay in the same circumstance. And if you work from your circumstances, you're going to repeat the same circumstances.
Yeah. And I love this element of recognizing, like for me, when I first discovered this, like this whole entire concept of like, you're not your stories and the lizard brain and all of this, it almost gave me permission to feel safe, because I was like, okay, this is actually something everybody feels, right? Like,
Yeah.
and it's like almost like permission to accept that and say, okay, yeah, like I am going to feel afraid. And that doesn't mean I don't take action. It just means I know I feel that way and I can continue forward.
Yeah. It's power, because it's like you understand that it's there and,
Yeah.
you know.
So let's talk a little bit about like these beautiful spiritual tools that you teach that have been such a great influence on your tribe and the sisters who've enrolled in your programs. You have EFT tapping and hypnosis as big, important elements of your own spiritual practice in shifting to activating abundance. And I'd love for you to explain to the girls watching this what those things are and how they work, and the importance of having these tools of EFT and hypnosis in your life.
Yeah. So these are two tools that actually were two of the first things that I've ever done that really have helped me get into my personal and spiritual growth on a deeper level. Years ago, I was going through this phase of, you know, understanding that I had a lot of stuff to heal. I was in an abusive relationship when I was 14 to 20, and then I moved to New York to follow my dreams. And then I really never like did the deep work until a few years later. And so I learned about EMDR therapy as well, hypnotherapy and EFT tapping. And so I delved into it, and it's been really transformative, like really, really transformative. And especially for like so many things, from inner child healing to just really grounding into the woman I am today, you know, creating who I want to be. And so both tools are slightly different. You know, hypnosis is more of like getting into a trance state so that your subconscious can open up, so that you can rework the beliefs and stories that are going on in there. And it's really, really powerful, because like, as I was sharing in the training, like your subconscious doesn't know the difference between real or imagined, right? And in order to access the subconscious mind, the easiest way to access it, I should say, is through hypnosis. Also meditation. Hypnosis is more powerful because of the suggestions that you're giving to the subconscious mind that it will accept, because it's in that trance state. And the reason it helps you get into that trance state is because it slows the brain waves down. You know, you're breathing, you're relaxed, you're, you know, just super calm, and you're able to implant new beliefs. Yeah. So it was really powerful for me. In many ways, I've done hypnosis regarding like past trauma stuff. I've done it to manifest more money and just step into this new, like a new version of myself, all kinds of stuff. And then EFT is more of the body, how I was sharing, how the whole holistic approach, and you got to get in your body. So EFT tapping is like tapping on different meridian points on your hand, around your face, on your head. And what happens with EFT tapping is you're able to balance your energy systems and bring awareness to the issue. So you're not pushing it down, you're bringing it to the light. Even though I don't feel good enough, I still choose to love, honor, and accept myself. You say, like, that's what you say when you set it up. So you're bringing awareness. Even though I feel this uncomfortable emotion, I love, honor, and accept myself. So it's like you're not running away from it. You're tapping through it And by tapping on these different meridian points, it actually, it really, helps you basically release that energy. And then after, you'll tap through with affirmations. So it's so fucking powerful because, and it's more powerful if you say the things out loud. Because when I first did EFT, I would say it in my head. And I tell people you can do either or. I do say, you know, whatever you prefer. However, I'm just going to go ahead and say that it's more powerful when you say it out loud. But when you're doing that, it's like you go from this place, you can go from this place of feeling like shit about yourself. And then as soon as you start tapping and really just like letting it out, and even like, you know, letting it out through your voice too. Like there have been times where I tapped and I would be like crying through the first round. But by the time you get to like, I don't know, halfway through or whatever, you start to feel that shift. You start to feel this immediate shift of like, wow, you know, even though this, I still feel this. And then you start to work like, well, maybe I feel this because of this. And actually, what if it just means this? And, oh, I'm choosing to feel good about myself. And then you just go into the total opposite while you're tapping. And it's like this like transformation that happens in like 5 minutes. And some people have told me that, you know, oh, EFT doesn't work that good for me, blah, blah, blah. Look, with anything, consistency. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can't just do it once and then just, you know, be on with your life. If you want to add something like this to your ritual, perfect. 5 minutes a day, it'll do the trick. And saying it out loud makes a big difference. But
yeah, what I love about these tools, and I love that you teach this, that they're almost like they complement each other. The hypnosis with the tapping, this element of like, the hypnosis is the imagination language of the subconscious mind, right? And it's, and for people who don't know, hypnosis is putting you in a meditative state, but it's giving you suggestions through commands, right? Through the voice you're listening to in the hypnosis. And so your brain starts to understand those suggestions in a new, beautiful way, rather than you just operating in your day-to-day life, trying to be successful or trying to be abundant. The hypnosis will say you're abundant, right? Like it will give you those suggestions. And hypnosis has been so fucking powerful for me. I know you have audio programs available in hypnosis, and that with EFT tapping, so you're using the imagination of your brain and you're also using your body to together create this huge effect in your in the results in your life, right? I mean, those two things together are just fucking awesome. So maybe tell our followers what you have available for anybody who wants to step into learning about hypnotherapy or EFT tapping and these energetic shifts to just elevate your soul and your spirit so you can start to manifest. Where can someone find out more about your hypnotherapy stuff?
Yeah, totally. Thanks for letting me share this. So I have a 21-day like program that is really easy to do. There's either a hypnosis session or an EFT session each day. So every like they'll like you, once you, if you get that, it's all at once. You do one hypnosis or EFT each day, and a journaling prompt and an affirmation. It's
oh my God, I love this.
Yeah, it's like so easy to add to your daily ritual, and it takes like 10 to 15 minutes. That's it. You know, with the journaling, the affirmation is something that I would want you to say throughout the day. Yeah. And I always recommend saying them out loud in the mirror, like dancing while you say it, you know? So, but it's something really powerful to add to the daily ritual to really shift your energy in a big way. And so it's all focused around that particular program. It's all focused around abundance, activation, manifesting with ease, and stepping into your badass confidence. I should say unleashing your badass confidence, because that's a huge part of it. Like your confidence and the way you feel about yourself is a huge, huge part of it.
Yeah, because I like just being so transparent with you, like, you know, I've done hypnosis before, I've done EFT, but what you said was so important, the consistency, right? And it's also knowing that you're being guided on those tools the right way, and the way that targets abundance and manifesting, right? Rather than just being something that's supposed to make you feel a little bit better. Like the stuff you've created is specifically tailored to shift you into that space of manifesting. And I know your girls have been so open about the results they've gotten, where
Yeah.
you've seen this like on your Instagram and your Facebook group. People are like, oh my God, I'm manifesting so much. It's amazing. I need to do this because 21 days and being manifesting for 21 days.
And I send out like, I send out like little weekly reminders, but I tell you, if you do this, you have to mark it on your calendar on your phone.
Yeah. Make space.
Because it's really easy to forget.
Yeah.
So I check in like, you know, throughout it, but at the same time.
Love that. Yes.
All like you'll get it all, but.
It's perfect. It's beautiful. So we're going to put the link to those programs and just the details in the bio of this video today. And then where can people find you? Like if they want to know more about you and come join your group, like tell everybody where they can go.
Totally. You guys can find me in my Spiritual Boss Babes group on Facebook or on Instagram at The Spiritual Boss Babe.
The Spiritual Boss Babe. I love you so much. This was so beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing these gifts with our community. And everybody go check Stephanie out. Her stuff is just fucking awesome. And she makes these beautiful power pendants. I know you're wearing one right now, right? So gorgeous.
That's the back of it.
So beautiful. Thank you so much, girl.
Thank you so much too. Like I'm so honored to be part of this and I love you so much.
Oh, thanks, honey. Everybody, will see you tomorrow for day 4.